Hi guys, this arrived in the post yesterday, a 2.4 gigahertz controller, toy grade and receiver. Plan is to put it in here. When I was looking at this, I was trying to work out why it has two forwards backwards outputs and one left right. I mean, it looks like it can drive two motors forwards and backwards and one motor left right. In the previous video, I was wondering whether that might just possibly be for LEDs or something, but I've looked up the chip. That chip is a H-Bridge motor controller, and that chip is a double H-Bridge motor controller. So double H-Bridge for two motors, single H-Bridge for one motor. So I don't quite know what's going on here. So the easiest thing to do is to actually try fitting it, see what outputs we get. So that's the plan. This car is 2.4 gigahertz. Haven't got a controller that matches it. So we'll open it up and see what we can do. Looks like the body pops off. If we can pop these out. I should think a pair of cutters either side of it and lever it out will do. So I'll do that and we'll come back when I've done it. Just demonstrate what I mean on the last one. I'm not cutting them. I'm just using the shape of it to get underneath. And then levering them out. So there we go. This is rather a nice little car, this one. Well, that could be convenient if those plugs happen to fit. Come on, how do you come out? Awkwardly. Come on. Gosh, those are a hard push fit. That's the left-right one. It should be that one. Not quite a fit in there. That's unfortunate. They probably will fit in the pins, but they're splitting the plastic as they go in. Gosh, they really don't want to come out easily. Can't do that at arm's length. I'll just stick it in one of these and work way round. Okay, we need to rig up a battery and we'll just see if anything happens. I suppose I could solder it onto the existing battery terminals, being as we'll be taking it off anyway. 3 batteries. Okay, I will solder the red to the red. Well, in fact, yeah, to the switch. That does definitely say plus there. And then the black to the black. Yeah, I think we've got enough wire to do that. So I'll get my soldering iron out and do that. Taking the old receiver off. Got the new one there. I haven't screwed it in place, but it looks like it might actually, possibly, go onto that screw terminal. Let's try that. Okay, so I've soldered negative to the negative, and then positive, where are we? Positive to the on-off switch. Put some batteries in there. Put some of my good ones in there. These are the lithium-ion ones that are limited to 1.5 volts. So they are a direct replacement. Whereas if you put unlimited lithium-ion batteries in there, you'd be putting 12 volts in there and burning it immediately. Right, what happens if we turn this one on? Let's just lift it up. Oh, got to turn this one on as well, haven't we? That might help. That one's on. Oh. Forwards, backwards. Left and right are reversed. But apart from that, yeah. Left and right are reversed, but oh no, and forwards and backwards are reversed. How did I miss that? Yeah, forwards and backwards are reversed. Okay, let's just see what happens if I plug into the other forwards backwards. I would expect both to run at the same time. Let's try. Yeah. So both of those outputs are forwards backwards. How about if I put that one back in there, knowing that we're going to have to swap the wires over. If I put that one in there, I don't suppose it reverses it for us. No, that's still going backwards. Right, so next thing we got to do is swap the wires over on the motors so that they're reversed to what they are now. Okay. So, turn it back on again would help. Forwards, backwards. That's not very convincing, that's steering. Sounds like it's struggling. It's not going to anything like that distance. Maybe there's not enough output from that steering. Oh, that'll be annoying. Yeah, there's something funny with that steering output. Technically, I should be able to cut the tracks so that we can actually use that double H bridge, use one of the outputs from there to run it. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work very well. We'll put it on the floor and just see it run round. But I think we might do be a bit more technical and make use of this H bridge, because that's given me plenty of power for the drive motor. And if we cut the signal wires that go to it, signal tracks, and use the signal track that goes to the air to trigger one side of that H bridge, then we should be able to use that double H bridge to do the whole job. You may or may not understand what I'm saying. That'll be a separate video. That's definitely not going to be this video. Right, we've certainly got forwards and backwards. But that steering, that's hardly moving it at all. Oh, it's stuck. Yeah, that is hopeless. That is really disappointing. I don't think there's enough output from the H bridge running the left-right. Because if we stick that one in there and just operate the throttle, you see we get the full left-right. Okay, well that's gonna be an interesting little project. In a different video, I will actually go through this and explain it. But these tags here are that chip there that is a double H bridge. In other words, it runs two motors. But the way they've got it rigged up at the moment, the same output goes, I'm guessing it's that pin there, because it looks like there's a little track that goes from it, goes up round there and back down to that pin there. And I reckon that operates both of them at the same time. And the same with that pin. There's a track goes round there to that pin. So that the output from there, from this is the actual controller chip. The output from the pins there would normally, on a normal setup, would operate the drive motor, but for some reason they've rigged it up so it's operating two drive motors. And then this chip here, which is the other H bridge, which is lower power, the two tracks there go into there to operate it left-right. And then the output on this side, one is going back underneath and it's coming down there to one side of the left-right, and the other pin is coming down there. So what I need to do is divert, come on, focus please, those two outputs down to one side of these. And I have got the data sheet for it, so yeah, that'll be another project. I don't know when I'm going to get round to that, because I've got an awful lot of other stuff all stacked up to get done. Won't be this side of Christmas, although you'll probably be watching this video after Christmas anyway. It's December the 15th at the moment. On the face of it, this will be fairly easy. Just cut tracks, literally cut through the copper tracks, and put a couple of bits of wire across to link up, and that should do the job for us. Why on earth have they done it like that? I do know quite a few of these radio-controlled cars do have much weaker motors for the steering than they do for the drive, but that just couldn't shift it. It was hopeless. Yeah. Right. Okay. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.